Hi, greeting to you. This is Steve. I'm from SC Dugit, and if you are here for the algebra bridging course for prospective Sec 1 student, that means next year you are going to secondary school and now you have just finished your PSLE, you got your PSLE result, and whether and maybe you are waiting for your posting or you have got your posting, then this is the right place to be because this is for you. All right, negative algebra is a very important bridging is a very important fundamentals for secondary school maths, and to know algebra well enough you need to know negative numbers. So this lesson this course, I'm going to call it a course, this course is going to build up into two video lessons. First part is going to be on negative numbers, second part is going to be on algebra. It does take a lot of time on my effort, right? So I hope you can actually take time to go through. It's free for you. It's going to be on YouTube. In fact, you should be watching it now on YouTube. It's going to be very beneficial to you, and I want you to put in about 1.5 hours to allocate 1.5 hours for this. I mean, you might not need to have 1 hour at 1 hour, 1.5 hours at one go, but I would say you will need about 1.5 hours. There are times when I mean the video length might not be so long, but I need you to put in the amount of time because there are times when I will pause the video. I want you to try the practices on your own. Yeah. So the actual time that you spend might be a lot longer than what it seems, the length of the video. Now, this part is not necessary because it's not a live lesson. But otherwise, I just want to highlight. Okay, whatever you learn in primary school, be it the model method, assumption method, guess and check, all this, especially guess and check, these are not applicable in secondary school. In secondary school, there's a lot more focus on systematic approach. That means everything is, if this is the type of question, the step should be this type of steps, a same type, there's the same approach. And most of it, we usually, algebraic expression, algebraic equation allow us to do that. And not just algebra, but algebra is the base. So there will be a lot more new topics: volume, map scale, trigonometry. But whatever it is, most of the base, most of all this is based. Where the fundamental base is on algebra. We can form equation on trigo, on map scale, on how to find volume. But then we are using algebra as a base to form all this. So your algebra manipulation must be strong. Now the problem is that in primary six you only started learning algebra and it's an intro. I mean intro is really you learn hardly anything. It's just telling you, oh, you can be a, what is that, plus minus. I don't think you even learn multiply, right? Yeah. So that's very important. It's not being focused on, it's not being emphasized. That's why when you come to secondary school, it becomes a very steep learning curve, which is why I want to have this bridging course for you. So please pay attention. Try your best. Now, if you don't understand, especially it's a YouTube course, and even some people might understand very fast. If you do not, if you still have problems, questions, there's a Telegram support group. Just go in, ask questions. There will also be worksheets given. Now, if you have not downloaded the notes for this first video, please go and download it first. There will also be a negative number worksheet that's given. That's supposed to be done for you to do after watching this video, this course, this first lesson. So, if you have problems, please ask in the chat, in the Telegram chat group. There will also be another video posted on algebra. That's algebra course. That's the part 2. But other than that, there will also be another solution for the worksheets. That is the negative number worksheets, where I will go through. I will do all the things in where I'll take video and I'll do it, so you can just watch. But please do it first. All right. Please do consider it homework lah. Please do the homework first. All right. Without further ado, I'm just gonna jump in. Introducing negative numbers. Now, what are negative numbers? I want you to imagine. In fact, it's very easy to imagine you have four apples. Okay, don't worry, you're not going to throw them at anybody. You can't eat them because it's just a picture. Imagine you have four apples. Now that's very easy to imagine. But what if someone asks you to imagine you have negative four apples? I think that's a bit hard. How is it possible? In fact, negative numbers doesn't exist in ancient history. Long ago it didn't exist until maybe sometime then someone imagined it. Yeah, it's a bit hard. So, but it's important if you want to do maths properly. It doesn't really exist in real life um, until recently. But in terms of maths, if we do not have negative numbers, we will find it very difficult to calculate certain things. Okay, I'm just going in, making sense of negative numbers. Now, imagine you're this boy here. I'm sorry if you're a girl, but imagine you're the girl who lend apple to the boys. Now, imagine you're this boy here, very cute, and then you want to see a very cute girl eating apples, and then say, "Can I have some apples, please?" So she said, "Okay." She lent you four apples. So, do you owe her apples? Yes, you owe her four apples, right? Now, assuming you finish your apples, so how much apples do you have on hand? You have already finished your apples, huh? Am I right to say you owe her four apples? Yes. So the total number of apples you have now is negative four. See? Negative numbers. You cannot say you have zero apple exactly because you still owe her four apples. You don't have any apples on hand, but overall, you owe her four apples. You have to return them one day. So that's how negative numbers come in. If we do not have negative numbers, it's very hard to make sense, especially in terms of money, in terms of any other application in maths. Okay, see how useful negative numbers could be in your daily life? Okay, now comparing negative numbers. Now it's a lot easier to compare positive numbers. 5 and 4, alamak, you close one eye, you also can tell me 5 is greater, right? That's quite obvious, right? But what if I ask you to compare negative 5 and negative 4? Is it still so obvious to you? Think about it for a moment. I'm gonna pause for a while. Think about it for a moment. Which is greater? Is it negative 5 or is it negative 4? Negative 5 is smaller than negative 4. Is this a surprise to you? I mean, it's okay if it's a surprise to you because you're just learning this. Negative 5 is actually smaller than negative 4, even though the number itself 5 seems like it's bigger. But why is negative 5 smaller than negative 4? Now, let's go back to the apple example. If you owe 4 apples, your friend owe 5 apples. Which of you have more apples? You or him? Right, you, because you only owe 4, he owe 5. Yes? Okay, if he still doesn't, if you're still very vague and blur on this, don't worry, there's more example to come. Okay, application of more negative numbers, everyday life, sea levels. Okay, look, this picture here, we have a man at the top of the cliff. Sorry, he's not going to jump. He's just going to stretch his hand. And then there's a diver who is underwater. And then all the way below, we have the sea floor. Now, I'm just going to calculate. I'm not going to calculate. I'm going to mark out the distance above sea level. So first thing, where is sea level? Sea level is defined as where the sea is this level. So it's a red line. Can you see the red line here? So this is a sea level. So the distance above the sea level, first, this man on the cliff is 100 meter above the sea level. So we say his distance above sea level is 100 meter, which is positive 100 meter. I just put a plus here to emphasize that it's positive. How about the diver? He's below. So what is his distance above sea level? It cannot be a positive number. It must be negative. Yes, it's 20 meters below sea level. So we say his distance above sea level is negative 20 meter. How about the sea floor? It's 100 meter below. The depth is 100 meter. So we say that the sea floor distance above sea level is negative 100. Now it's important that you take some time even after this video. That means later on in the day, you go and think through all this because you have to be able to at least visualize. negative numbers and how you use it. Okay, is important because once you can visualize it, you can identify with it, you can personalize it, you can eternalize it. That's very important. Do not just take it as something that you need to memorize. I mean, if you are learning in this way, it's very stressful. It's also very hard for you. Okay, I don't encourage rote memory. That is definitely, I will never encourage rote memory. So eternalize it. Try to relate to reality, relate to your everyday life. Okay, there's more example to come. Temperature. This should be something that is more relatable to every one of us. Even though we Singapore never cross below negative. Okay, but those of you who I would say go for holiday, if you go to countries with four seasons, in winter sometimes, where it's so cold, it can go below negative. Go below zero, go below zero, and it become -10, -20, and when the snowing and the snow comes out. So this should not be vague to you. This should not be weird to you. In fact, if every time you forget the negative numbers, think of temperature. All right, the lower you go, the lower the temperature, the more negative it is. And you see, -20, -25. So ask yourself, is -25 greater than, is -25 a lower temperature than -20? Yes. So is -20 a smaller number than -20? No, sorry, is -25 a smaller number than -20? Yes. Okay. Money example. Favorite. Okay, let's just say three brothers. The eldest brother has $100 in his wallet. Very happy, positive. Okay, the second brother has no money in his wallet. The third brother has -100. How is that possible? Oh, because he borrowed money from his friend, and now he not only has no money in his wallet, he still owe $100. So can you see in terms of net balance, 100 positive 100, zero, because he don't owe people money. He also have no money in his wallet, zero. And he has -100 because he owes somebody 100. He has to return soon, but he doesn't have any money, so he's feeling very sad now. So you can see this is how you can make sense of negative numbers, especially not just make sense, very important in money, or it's very important, especially for debts and loans and all this. It's very important. Okay, when we come to negative numbers, we cannot run away from this very important tool that we need to use to help us, and it's called a number line. Um, when I say help us, yeah lah, fair enough. In our lower sec, you really need this. When you come to upper secondary school, upper sec level, like sec 4, sec 3, we hardly draw this anymore because we already eternalize it. But right now, as a beginner, I want you to at least visualize. If you're not going to draw, you find a hassle, you must at least visualize. But the next few example, we're going to have the number line. In fact, I have the number line in your notes for you. Please use them as we go through the example. Okay, now let's look at the number line carefully. Can you see that in the middle, that's where our zero is. Okay, and positive numbers are all to the right. So increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we move to the right, we increase the number 1, 2, 3, all the 10. And then we move to the left, we decrease the number -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, all the way. So we have -10 to 10. And this is our number line. Very colorful number line. So if you notice, it will get bigger as you move to the right. And the numbers will get smaller as you move to the left. Okay, this should be the correct number line. If you draw your number line wrongly, then obviously if you try to solve question using a wrong number line, you're not going to be able to get the right answer. Okay, this is your number line. Hi. So now we want to use the number line to find out which is greater, -3 or -5. Now, first thing, we mark -3 and -5 on the number line. So let's find where is number -3. -3 is here. right? Where's minus 5? Minus 5 is here. Now, can you see that minus 3 is to the left of 5? And 5 is to the right of minus 3. I mean, that sounds stupid, but I just want to emphasize. Now, when we said to the right, when you're more to the right, you're greater. So, which is greater? 5 is greater than minus 3. Now, I want to take this chance to teach you one symbol. Minus 3 is smaller than 5, right? If you want to say this, so we write like that. Smaller than 5. This symbol here. Okay. Uh, See the sharp part here that is smaller, and then it opens up, right? Can you see that it open up like a mouth? I mean, to me, I look at it as a mouth, or the mouth open. You can see anything else. It's just getting bigger and bigger. Can you see that it gets bigger? And yes, from this small hole, it gets bigger and bigger. Okay, but please don't mind the arrow. The arrow shouldn't be there. Let me erase. Okay, all these arrows shouldn't be there. Okay, you see it getting bigger. So that part, the side with the bigger opening, is the one that is greater. The side when it comes and close up, okay, when it closes up, the two line closes up is the smaller. So minus 3 is smaller than 5. What if it's the reverse? I'm going to write 5 here, and I'm going to write 5 is greater than minus 3. So it is going to be this. Where this side is the big opening, and it gets smaller and smaller. So big opening, smaller and smaller become 5 is greater than minus 3. Then the last one is the equal lah. That one you already know. I don't need to emphasize on this. Okay, so please teach you this new symbol today. You're going to be using it also. We call this inequality. You'll need it in a later chapter. All right, but not as important as negative number as algebra, but still something that you will learn in Sec 1. Okay, let's continue. Now I already done one. I want to try on your rule. Which is smaller, minus 8 and minus 3? Pause the video. Try it on your own, and then you restart the video and see. Okay, welcome back. So first, let's mark out minus 8 here. Where's minus 3? It is here. Who is smaller? Who is more to the left? So the answer is minus 8. Minus 8 is smaller because it's more to the left on the number line. So, okay, can we represent it in using the inequality? Minus 8 is smaller than minus 3. You got it? Okay, let's continue. Oh, no, this is different already. So, if you need more examples, you can try using your textbook. There will be examples on comparing which is bigger, which is smaller. But I would say don't spend too much time, because by just looking at the number line, who is more to the left, who is more to the right, will allow you to see who is bigger and smaller. The more important thing is to be able to do the four operation, plus, minus, which today we'll focus a lot more on. Later on, there will also be multiply and divide. These are more important. These are the four operation operating of negative numbers. These four operation of negative numbers. So don't need to focus so much on which is bigger and smaller, but just look at the number line. The whole purpose of these two slides is to let you get used to the number line and how to use it. Okay, so later on we're going to use it even more. So let's go. 2 plus 3. Now, I know this is a stupid question. You already know this answer without using the number line. But why am I putting it here? Because I want you to try to use the number line so you can familiarize with it. Okay. 2 plus 3. So first thing, we mark out 2. See, I put a ball there, basketball. Okay. 2. And then plus 3, we want it to be greater by 3. We want to increase the value of this by 3. So we move it to the right. Remember, number line we said the more to the right, the bigger it is. So we move it by 3 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3. Can you see where the ball lands? Yes, it lands on 5. So the answer is 5. You got it? I think it's quite simple. Okay, the problem is when you come to negative numbers and then you still be able to use it. Okay, 5 minus 3. Try it on your own. I know this is very simple, but just try on your own. Pause the video and then we come back again. Okay, welcome back. Now, 5 minus 3. So we start with 5 first. Mark out 5, my basketball. And then minus 3. So we're going to move to the left because this is minus. 1, 2, and 3. And we land at the value 2. So the answer is just 2. Although I know you already know the answer is 2. You are all smart kids, right? Yes. So let's go on to something more challenging and we play with negative numbers. 5 minus 7. So we start off again. We start at 5 and we have to move to the left, all right? Yes, we move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We move to the left by 7. And where do we land? Minus 2. Now, some of you who are more sharp and enterprising or whatever, I think you might be able to already see some pattern, but I want you to just hold your horses a bit. I want you to get used to the number line because there is still some syllabus within secondary school, Sec 2, that needs you to use the number line, especially inequality. Yeah, this chapter called inequality, we actually need you to use the number line a bit. So I want you to familiar the number line. If you are able to already see some pattern, 5 minus 7, you don't need to use the number line. You know how to adjust your negative sign and etc. to just get the answer instantly. Yeah, that's great because that is eventually what we hope to do. But I want you to be familiar with the number line. That's very important. So just bear with us for a while. Do not ignore the number line totally. For the rest, go ahead and use the number line. Okay. So do you get the answer? 5 minus 7 equal minus 2. Next, so fast. Oh, yeah. So after we do plus and minus, now we are going to do multiplication. Okay, I have written these 4 golden rules in your notes. You don't have to copy, but I really need you to pay attention because if you don't pay attention, the 4 numbers are just 4 numbers there. Okay, the 4 rules are just the 4 rules there. It doesn't make sense to you, but I need you to pay attention. Then you know what they are, what they mean, and what they represent. First rule: positive times positive equal positive. 4 times 3 equal 12. Oh, simple. But I want you to look at the sign. Now, 4 is a positive number. 3 is a positive number. So your resulting answer will also be a positive answer. That's why 4 times 3 is 12. Okay. First one, no need to talk so much. You all are very familiar already. Second one, positive times negative equal negative. Okay, the first number 4 is a positive number. Negative 3 is a negative number. So your result will be negative. 4 times 3 is 12. Because your result will be negative, so it's just negative 12. Okay, you have to combine in this way. Next, negative times positive equal negative. Now, minus 4 is a negative number. Okay, actually I should put the mouse, then you will understand. Minus 4 is a negative number. Yes, multiply by 3, which is a positive number, and your result is negative. And then the what negative? Take the number 4 times 3, 12. Okay, last rule. Negative times negative will give you positive. So negative 4 is a negative number. Multiply with minus 3, which is a negative number. Sorry. And you get a positive answer. So 4 times 3 we know is 12. And since our result is positive, we just don't put negative sign, it's just 12. Now, if at this particular instant, you are saying, oh my god, this is so confusing. Okay, don't be. And don't feel so overwhelmed because you have to memorize 4 things. I don't need you to memorize them. But I need you to listen very carefully to me now. Okay, I'm going to come up with my own rule. Now, there are some things that I cannot type out. I don't want to type out because these are what is taught in the textbook. These are what is the official thing, and so on. Just like the BODMA, if you know what I mean, the plus minus bracket you do first, then you do multiply, divide, and then plus minus. These are all the official stuff. Now this is also one of the official stuff, and I want to maybe I should just put a star here. So if you are paying attention, this will save you a lot of trouble. You can write this in your notes. All right, I'm going to put a star here that will allow you to summarize. That will allow you to put these four laws, rules together and use it easily without memorizing them. Okay, I mean a little bit of remembering, but not really memorizing. I do not encourage rote memory. Okay, so first, if the signs are the same. Okay, before I continue, what do you mean by if the signs are the same? Now, this is multiplication. There's two numbers. First number and second number, 4 times 3. So the first number, the sign is positive because it's a positive number. So the sign is positive. The second number is also positive. So the sign is also positive. If the sign are the same, this is the sign I'm referring to. So if the signs are the same, it's applicable for number 1 and number 4. Why? Because the signs are the same. The first number is negative, the second number is also negative. If the signs are the same, the result is positive. See? Now, the smart one might be able to see, but I still have to write. If the signs are different, again, I'm referring to the two numbers, their sign. So let's just say I look at number 2. Can you see that the first number is positive? Yes. So it's plus. The second number is a negative. So it's a minus. So 1 plus 1 minus, they are different, right? So if the signs are different, the result is negative. Now, isn't this easier? It's a lot easier, right? Okay, but that's the golden rule. Golden rule must be written, golden rule, right? But so I tell you one thing. Why is it that I never read it in the notes? Because I want to benefit those people who really pay attention. If you pay attention to the lesson, if you listen to the teachers, the important things is during the lesson itself and not for those people who don't pay attention. So if you are paying attention, congrats. Please write this down in your notes. If you are not, hello, wake up. Okay. If you have finished, if you have not finished, please pause the video. Write it down in your notes. If you have done so, continue. Let's go on. Let's do some example. 5 times minus 2. Now, 5 is a positive number. So the sign is positive. Negative 2 is a negative number. The two signs is different. So your result is negative. Then 5 times 2 give you 10. So just negative 10. Finish. Easy, right? I mean, if you have problems because of your multiplication table, then you know what to do. Go back to your primary 3, go and memorize your multiplication table. My rule of thumb, my standard for all my students is that your multiplication table, if I give you 5 2, 4 4 5, 7 8, 7 times 8, you must come out with the answer within 2 seconds. In fact, that is a lot of buffer already. In fact, 1 second you must come with the answer to be able to do all these questions smoothly. Because you will get on more difficult. You'll increase in difficulty as the level goes up. Be it you go to Sec 2, Sec 3, the difficulty will go up. The question will become more complex. The expression will become more complex. You cannot be, I need 2 seconds for this. I need 3 seconds for this. I need 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Just wait. I need time. Then I can tell you one more question. People finish in 1 minute. You take 4 5 minutes to do. Okay, time management, that's the problem. Okay, but I don't want to dwell on all this. You'll be out of context. So, next example. Try this on your own. Pause the video, you know what to do. Alright, okay, welcome back if you do. So, negative 9 times negative 2. Negative 9 is a negative number. Negative 2 is also a negative number. The signs are the same. So if the signs are the same, your answer is, your result is positive. Positive, don't need to put plus in front. Okay, just know that it's positive. 9 times 2 give you 18. So it's just positive 18. Finish. Okay, I'll do a few more. Try on your own. Again, every time you see a question, you just pause and wait for me. Okay, come back. Minus 8 times 5. Minus 8 is a negative number. 5 is a positive number. And you get negative result. 8 times 5 give you 40. By the way, you don't have to write all these arrows. Like for example, I'm going to erase all these. You don't need to write all this. Okay, you only need to write this. So you can do it in your mind. As a beginner, you can do it in your mind. Why am I writing all this out? Because I'm teaching. I need to show you. I need to let you visualize. In practice, you don't have to do this. You can just write minus 40 there. That's only the work. That's the only thing you need to write there. Okay, there's no working involved in this. Okay, I hope you understand this. Don't waste time writing out all this unless you are teaching. Next, same thing. Pause. Come back. Okay, 3 times minus 7. Positive answer. Positive 3. And the sign for negative 7 is negative. The signs are different. Your answer is negative. 3 times 7 give you 21. You got it? I think this is the last one. By the way, all these numbers, all these questions are actually in your worksheet. In your notes, yeah, accompanying notes. So you don't write a new piece of paper. You can just write on the notes. You have printed it out, or please print it out. Okay. Minus 7 to minus 5. Minus 7 is negative numbers. Minus 5 is also a negative number. The sign are the same. Your final answer is positive. 7 times 5, 35. Okay, every time you're in doubt, also can use calculator, but do not use calculator before you got the answer first. Always try out yourself. Now, I tell you one thing, you will think that I have a calculator, why do I need to do all this? Because you have to master the fundamental and the basic. Everything you rely on calculator, I can tell you, your fundamentals will be super weak. Every student who tell me got calculator I don't use, and then when they reach Sec 4, their marks are always borderline pass or they are failing. In fact, I take a lot of F9 students. They love to use calculator. They are lovers of calculator. If you want to get F9 when you are in Sec 4, okay, then go ahead. Yeah. Please, at this stage, when it comes to negative numbers, please practice. Use the number line, use the laws, use the rules, practice. When you come to very big numbers, and very complicated, when you Sec 2 and very complicated, or Sec 3 very complicated expression and very big numbers, okay, then go ahead and use. Nobody is forcing you that you cannot use. But now you are building your basics. Do not use your calculator for this. You can use it to check your answer. That's the only thing you should. Okay, minus 3 times 7. Again, pause and then restart the video. No, as in continue the video. Minus 3 is negative. 7 is positive. So the signs are different. Your answer is negative. 3 times 7 give you 21. You got it? Oh, I have come to the end of my uh, lesson today. Now, I just want to talk about certain things. Now, number one, there's notes. Please make sure you are filling all the notes. The good thing there is a YouTube. You can always go back to the certain section and then revisit it and so on. That's good. You can also watch at your own free time. Please at least complete the notes. There is also a worksheet, which is you can think of it as homework lah. All right, please do the worksheet before the next lesson, before you watch the next video on algebra, which is the part 2 of my bridging course. Please do that first before you watch it and go through the lesson. The answers, the solution for that will be posted afterwards. If you are not watching at a later time, then you'll be posted already. Please do not watch the solution first. Please do it. And anytime you have any problems, as I have said, okay, please go to the Telegram chat group. It will be posted below in the description. Otherwise, Thank you very much for being here. I am very happy to be here teaching you negative numbers. I hope to see you in Sec 1 next year if you are going to join my class. But otherwise, yes, I hope you can have a good time when you are in Sec 1 and make new friends, enjoy yourself in your education. I think that's very important. All right, thank you. Have a good day.